Good morning everybody and welcome to Stansted Airport. Today I'm going on my most ambitious trip yet. I am going on a weekend away for less than the cost of my wife's Boyzone ticket. So, how much is she spending on the ticket to go see Boyzone? £135. That is my budget for this weekend. And if you think I'm just going to go on an extreme day trip where I just go somewhere, stop for lunch and then fly back home again, you're wrong. I've got to go somewhere, have a hotel for the night, spend at least 24 hours there and do a paid attraction and get myself a meal and maybe a beer or so. This challenge was set for me by my wife. When she booked her tickets to Boyzone, she's going with a few friends, and she did ask me as well, she said, would I like to come with her? I was like, no, I'm fine, thank you. She then asked me what I could do for £135, that'd be more fun, and that got me thinking. And also, part of the video I'm going to do as well, I'm going to make it a mystery destination for you viewers at home. So I'm going to get through security, and then I'm going to explain a little bit more about it. And normally at this point I'll be buying myself a cup of coffee and a bacon roll. However, my budget's not stretching to that this weekend, so it's going to be coffee from home and sandwiches from home as well. Right then, I found somewhere a bit more quiet where I'm going to talk more about this challenge and what's going on. So I've just got some notes here down on my phone. Now, how I originally drafted this video to go was it was going to be like Destination X that was on TV last year that had Rob Brydon in it. If you saw it, they had these contestants on a coach and they had to guess where they were. They were going around Europe and they were given little clues. Oh, guess what city we're in? Oh, you know, we're in here, we're in there. This is going to be on no budget whatsoever, so there's no Rob Brydon, unfortunately, there's no coach, it's just me getting on the plane, but I sort of took a bit of inspiration from that. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you 3 clues to the country I'm going to. Then once I arrive in that country, you're going to get 3 more clues as to the city I'm going to. So if you guess what country I'm going to, or you guess where I'm going to, pop it in the comments below. Tell me what time you got, what time stamp you got the destination at, and what clue gave it away for you. Let's just have a bit of fun in the comments there. Right. Anyway, so I'm just going to be looking down at my notes here. So here's the 3 clues to the country I'm going to. It has the world's biggest castle. Someone from this country invented the modern kerosene lamp. It also has Europe's heaviest animals, according to here. Now, one bonus clue I'm going to give you, because I'm such a Formula 1 fan, I've got to include a Formula 1 clue here. This country has been represented by a driver in Formula 1. And I'll give you all the answers when I arrive in said country. Normally by now I will be going for a few beers, but my budget this weekend can't stretch for airport beers. Right then, so we have arrived. And where am I? What country am I in? Anyone got the clues? Okay. And you might have guessed now. So, those of you who have guessed Poland, correct. It's a bit bitter and cold out here, but it's actually quite nice. Right, so I'm just going to give you the answers to the questions. The clues I gave you. Put the name of the engineer that invented the modern kerosene lamp. I don't think I can pronounce his name, and I don't want to offend everyone by butchering my Polish pronunciations. Poland also has the world's biggest castle. That is Malbork Castle. Europe's heaviest land animal lives in Poland. That's the European bison. And also, lastly, I said there was a Formula One clue related. I said there was a driver that's represented Formula One for Poland. He's also a race winner. Of course, those of you who know the F1, it is the excellent Robert Kubica who won the 2025 Le Mans 24 Hours. I was going to put that as part of the clue, saying it was a Le Mans winner, but I think that would have just been a dead giveaway. Right, so in Poland, but where in Poland am I? Do you know where in Poland I am? Let me give you some clues then. They say the city is considered the birthplace of Poland, where the first Polish cathedral was built in 968. The city is famous for a particular type of croissant, St. Martin's croissants, a calorie-heavy pastry filled with white poppy seeds, nuts and raisins. That sounds delicious, actually. And it is famous as well, which I think will probably give it away to most people, for the fighting goats, which every day at noon, 2 goats come out from the town hall and they butt heads. Right, can you guess what city that is? If you have, then let me know. Otherwise, we're going to go into the city and then we're going to have a little bit of a guess there. Or actually, I'm going to give you the answers there. Sorry. Finally got myself some coffee. I haven't had a coffee since I arrived at the airport this morning and I've been running on fumes. Anyway, this is alright. Only 7 zlotys. That's about £1.20. Lovely. That'll keep me going for a bit. Anyway, I'm going to walk into the town, the city where I am, without revealing it, unless you've worked it out already. And then I'm going to reveal where I am. Okay then, so time to reveal exactly where in Poland I am. Behind me you've got the town hall. I believe it's called the town hall actually, the old clock tower. And of course I'm in Poznan. So behind me there, I just see it above the clock tower. We'll come and see tomorrow a bit more. But at 12 midday, that's where the 2 goats come out and butt heads. Every day at midday. Yeah, so those of you who guessed Poznan, congratulations, you get a gold star. How was I with the hints and clues? Was I good? Was I not so good? Please be honest. It was just a bit of fun, really. I believe there's the croissant museum there. Can't remember which one it is, but they said there is a croissant. The croissant museum has the best view of the the goats butting heads. So this part of the video will actually be future Mark talking. So I've already been to my hotel and I'm going to drop back into past Mark, who's going to give you a quick view of the hotel, what my room's like. Aha, I can see my hotel just there at the junction. I knew it was next to the Novotel. There's an Ibis right next to it as well. Help me find it later after I've had a few light lemonades or 2. Of course it would be irresponsible of me to come to a country I've not been to before and have a few beers and not know where my hotel was. Very irresponsible thing to do. Oh, I see. Anyway, are you liking this trip so far? If you are, I'd really appreciate it if you just drop me a like on the video. That helps me the most with my channel, as I still only do this part-time as a hobby. I still work full-time as well. Right, there's the hotel. I'm just going to go and check in. There we go. Oh, very nice. I know when I booked this hotel, it said it was quite a simple, quite a basic hotel, but it's just a room. It's a room for the night. That's actually quite a nice big bathroom. I'm actually jealous of that shower. I wish I had a shower like that in my ensuite at home. What's the view like? Nice bit of construction site. Can't be here. Hey, I'm only here for a night, so can't complain. That's actually surprisingly quiet considering I'm overlooking the main junction. I'm quite impressed there. Right, I'm going to get myself freshened up. I'm going to go and have a shower and stuff. So I'll see you in a bit, and I'll give the shower a go and I'll let you know what it's like. Right, I can confirm that shower was lovely. Very hot, high pressure. The only thing I would say, it was a little bit narrow, so those that are of a larger build like myself, you might find you're just knocking the tap control off as you're showering. Apart from that, no, all good. Like the room, nice, clean, comfy. The bed does only come with one pillow, so I did go down reception just to ask for another pillow, and they were happy to just bring another one up. They said, yes, no problem, we'll send one out in like 2 minutes. We'll go out, get one and drop it off right now. So, perfect. Got a plug socket above your bed there. There is another one around here somewhere where I've got the kettle plugged into. It's underneath. Oh, there you go. It's underneath there next to the radiator, so I probably wouldn't charge my phone charger on that. But there's the lamp there, TV. Always a tip I have, if you're ever going away somewhere and you forget your wall socket or your European adapter, or adapter for a different country, wherever you're from, you've got a USB cord. In the back of the TV there's always a USB socket, unless you've got like a really old CRT TV. Plug your device in there, you've got some charge. Alright, it's not going to be as fast as your wall socket, but it's better than nothing, isn't it? And you're welcome. There's a free top tip there for you. The kettle, it did come with some teas there, the classic black tea there, which I've just had a couple, which is actually quite nice. It's got green tea, 1 sachet of coffee and 1 sachet of sugar. So I always bring some tea and coffees with me anyway, so I know I can have my nice cup of tea in the morning when I wake up, because tomorrow morning I will be having a little bit of a lay-in, as I'm going to be having a very long day tomorrow. Basically my day tomorrow will start when I check out here at 11 o'clock. Yeah, so the times of the hotel, I'll just point out, check-in is from 2 p.m, 1400, and check-out is by 11 o'clock, so I don't have to be out of here too early. 11 o'clock's quite fine for me. Normally I'm an early riser, but tomorrow I'm going to just try and have a bit of a lay-in before I check out, because I'm going to be checking out tomorrow, and then my day won't end till I get home sometime Sunday lunchtime. Yes, tomorrow's going to be a long day, and yeah, you need to watch the rest of that. Yeah, the only thing hasn't got is a safe at all. Again, apart from that, the room's very basic, but I'm very very impressed with that. Oh, it's got some things like breakfast room. The breakfast in this hotel was an optional extra, and it was 50 zlotys extra for breakfast, which is about £10. I'll put the exact rate of exchange on the screen now. Kitchen accessible 24/7. I might actually just go up and have a quick look at that, because I was just going to go around the shop and just buy some snacks and some drinks. So actually I'll go up and have a look at that now on the way out. Free Wi-Fi apparently. I've got my phone logged in on 5G, so I'll probably log into the Wi-Fi actually for research purposes, see if it's working. Right, let's go and see where this this kitchen. Oh, here we go, there's the kitchen here. Just looks like a communal kitchen where you can leave some stuff. Microwave, coffee machine only for breakfast. Oh, there we go, there's some extra teas there. So there you go, so if you want another cup of tea, just pop up here and get one. Yeah, it's like a communal room as well. I think breakfast would be laid out here in the morning. Some board games out there as well, some books, board games. Yeah, like a little communal room. Oh wow, look at that glass, that Jack Daniels glass. I actually had one of them, and I broke it when I moved house. So I'm on the lookout for another one. So there's a convenience store just in this shopping centre there. It looks to be like an old power station. It reminds me a little bit of Battersea Power Station. Oh, there's a kebab house over there, so failing. Okay, oh look, donuts. I'm not getting those donuts though. Yeah, these are quite good convenience stores. These are called Zabka. I'll just put a picture of what they look like, their brand. Look, here's. This place looks quite nice. It looks very busy, looks lively, and it looks like my sort of thing. So just hop in here and have a beer. Okay, so I just found this nice little bar here. It's a Polish lager. Only 13 slots, so that's what about. Not bad. Oh yeah, I'd pay double for that. Well, that's my batteries nearly drained, so I had a few beers in that bar I was at earlier, and I'll post a link to where they are on screen now. Highly recommend going there if you're in Poznan. I mean, I paid 13 zlotys for a beer in there, and the atmosphere in there was incredible. The staff were lovely. I will definitely be going back there tomorrow afternoon for a drink or two before I leave. So thank you all for coming along with me today. It has been a very long day. I'm just looking at it now. I say it's 23 hours since I left my house yesterday, and I've not seen a bed since then. So it's actually nearly 40. It's actually getting on nearly 48 hours since I've slept in a bed. So there's my bed for the night. Trust me, I will be sleeping well in that bed. Famous last words. So I'll report in the morning how the bed was. And yeah, good night everyone. See you tomorrow. Well, good morning everybody. I've had a lovely night's sleep in my hotel here. I would highly recommend it if you do want to stay somewhere in Poznan for quite a cheap budget. I'm going to post a link to the hotel. I'll post a link to their official website in the links below, and I will just pop like a Google snapshot of them right now. But cannot fault this whole hotel one bit. Nice big TV there to watch. You can link up your YouTube, and it has got like Netflix and Prime on it as well. If you want to watch streaming apps, I've actually got YouTube linked up to the TV, and I'm just watching. Well, I was watching a video from one of my favourite YouTubers, Peter Brook there, who does Formula 1 related content. So if you are into Formula 1, check his channel out. I'm not under sponsorship or anything by him, but I will just give a free recommendation for him. Check his channel out. He is absolutely brilliant. Right, so I'm just going to reveal to you how much I pay for flights and hotels. Okay, so my flight. I left Stansted at 9:05 and got into Poznan at 12:15. Well, that's the scheduled time. It actually landed about 11:40. That flight cost me £32.99. I booked that directly with Ryanair about 1 month before. My flight tonight home is at 9:15, and it gets into Stansted at 10:25. So again, a just over 2 hour flight. And yeah, that is, when I say only £32.99, I paid the absolute basic fare there with Ryanair. I've got no extra baggage booked, no priority boarding, no nothing, no car hire or anything like that. But those who've flown with Ryanair and booked through their app, it's notorious. Every page you go through, every page you click on, say, no, I don't want this, it takes you to someone else. Would you like extra baggage? No. Would you like car hire? No. Transport? No. It's just the Ryanair way, they try and make you pay for it. Hotel. This hotel cost me £36.90, Again, I booked that at the same time. If you want breakfast at a hotel, it does cost you an extra 50 zlotys, so it's approximately £10. But I didn't pay that. I thought that would be a bit too much. So back to business today. So I've got to continue with my cheap weekend getaway. Today, I'm just looking at my notes here. So today I've got to go out and do a paid attraction as part of my objectives. I've also got to get a souvenir to take home for my wife as well. I never go away anywhere without getting a souvenir. I always get a fridge magnet as well, but I'm not going to get that as a souvenir. So I've got to try and find something as a souvenir to take home. And again, that's all got to come out of the budget. I'll tell you a bit more about the budget later on, because there is something else on the budget that I think will blow it out, but it's going to be up to interpretation whether you want to include it in the budget. Right, that's me just checked out of the hotel. I've just looked down the building now there, and a big mound of snow just fell straight off the top there. Too bad I wasn't viewing that. Too bad I actually didn't catch him on camera. Right, yeah, brilliant hotel. Nice and fresh out here this morning. It's not as cold as I thought it would be, and it's actually not as cold as it would be this year in Poland. If I came a week before, the temperature was hanging around -12, -15. It's only, I think when I checked on my app, it said -1. Feels like -4. So the walk into the old town is only about 15 minutes. I'll just quickly pop the route up on the screen now as it shows from Google Maps. Yes, this is the bar I was at last night. I am definitely coming back there for a drink later on. Oh, it's next to a gentleman's club as well, if that's your thing. I'm not coming here for that this weekend. I think my wife would have one or two things to say, plus also my budget won't stretch to lap dances. Ah, here we go, gifts, right, now we're talking. A lot of people have gathered here as well for the goat to come out at 12 o'clock. That's in about 30 minutes. So it's enough time for me to get a coffee first beforehand. Stop for a cheeky coffee, as you do.
Wyjdą do tańca. Oj, zobacz, co robią. Co one robią, baba? Baba robią niuniu? Baba robią? Baba! Ale zrobiłem, fajnie złapałem. Ja zrobiłem.
So I've had a bit of a walk around and just gone to see the goats as well. So my paid attraction that I've got to do, I'm going to go to the Royal Castle, which is just up there. Again, I will pop some information about that on the screen. And I've also got my souvenirs as well. Got a souvenir for the wife too, so she should hopefully be happy with that one. And of course got myself a fridge magnet. Always get a fridge magnet wherever I go. So on the entrance it says Museum of Applied Arts, formerly Royal Castle. So this was rebuilt after World War II as it was burnt down in the fighting for Poznan in 1945, and it's on the set on the foundations of a 13th century castle. I took a snapshot of the quick history they had on the front entrance, but I'll be going in here and having a look. So out onto the observation deck now. It is quite narrow out here, but it's very safe, and it does say there's a one-way system. There is a little arrow that points around this way, even though there have been some guests walking opposite. But highly recommend coming up here for the view. This is stunning. Yeah, you want the best views of the city? I think they're here. Well, that was my trip to the Royal Castle done. I'm glad I chose that as my paid attraction. That was well worth it. That cost me 20 zlotys to get in there, which is roughly around £4.50. Really cheap, I think, to get in there. Well worth it. If you do go on a Tuesday though, it's free. So if you want to come to Poznan and you want to go up there, come on a Tuesday. Right. So I actually spent about 2 hours in there, a lot longer than I thought I would. I thought it was just going to go in there, just observation deck, and then that was it. But there was actually quite a lot of exhibits around, which I'll put the footage on here. I don't know how much of it I'll do because it might bloat the video out a little bit. But I'm just back at the square now. I'm going to get myself a bite to eat and a drink because I'm getting hungry now. It is well, it's about 4 o'clock now, and unfortunately my time here in Poznan is coming to an end. I've really enjoyed myself here, and I'm so glad I actually chose Poznan for my my first and probably my most ambitious extreme trip I've ever done. Now, what I would like, if you are still watching up to here, then first of all, well done. Secondly, if you can engage a bit and say, would you come here as a trip? Have you ever been to Poznan yourself, and what do you think of it? This is actually my first trip here, obviously, and this is my first trip to Poland, and it's it's left such a positive impression on me. Everything I've gone to see here and the people I've spoken to have all been brilliant. Everyone's been so friendly. Everywhere I've gone to has been clean, it's been tidy. Prices have been fine. Yeah, so I've got to be at the airport. Well, I'm aiming to be there for around about 7 o'clock anyway, but I'm absolutely frozen at the moment. I'm just heading up. There's a mall up there that's got Wi-Fi and charging points. So the idea is I'm going to go up there and watch the rugby this afternoon, because me and my infinite wisdom, it's getting a bit slippery out here because the ice is melting. Me and my infinite wisdom, I booked this trip and then didn't realise what was going on this weekend back home. The rugby started at the Six Nations. So I decided to come away, and I'm going to completely miss the England-Wales match. Now, I said about this shopping precinct that was next door to my hotel, and I said it looks a bit like an old power station. It's not, it's actually an old brewery. I remember reading about it before I came here. It's pretty cool though, isn't it? Right then everybody, well, I'm back here at Poznan Airport, where I arrived yesterday, and unfortunately this is where the journey comes to an end. This is where I'm going to reveal to you, did I have a weekend away for less than what my wife has paid for a Boyzone ticket? Well, do you want the truth? No. I went over budget by, I just worked it all out, I actually went over budget by £9. So my total budget, I worked out for everything, food, drink, attractions, even gifts and souvenirs, cost me £144.31. So yes, I have failed in my title of the video. What I could also put in my conclusion as well is my geographic location in the UK, which I did say I'll bring up. So I live in Chippenham in Wiltshire, so I've got to get 2 National Express coaches to and from where I go. However, if I was to work out my totals only going from London Victoria, yeah, it actually would only come to £122.31. So if you do live in London, then you have achieved the target, considering that my wife is actually going to see Boyzone in London. So, but then I did actually say originally, can I go on a weekend away for less than the price of my wife's Boyzone ticket? So she insisted that I kept to the word of that, and I think you kind of would at home. So total conclusion is, can I do that? No. Have I had more fun? Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for coming along on this journey. It's been absolutely brilliant. I loved every minute of it. So if you've got any suggestions what I should do in the future, anywhere I should go, or any kind of strict budget challenges you want me to do, then please let me know in the comments below. Thank you as always, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.